Okay, welcome back to Final Fantasy VI.
We're
This
leaving the...
time, we're going out into the wild world, and you just saw me move Locke into the back row. Um, basically,
don't have...
does that? That's just it reduces your physical damage by half, both taken and dealt. As I recall, is that right? Basically, my strategy for this section is put both characters on the back row so they take half damage, have Locke steal potions, and have Terra fry everything.
It's not like a very long journey, but they don't... Wait, no, they... Do they or don't they direct you very well into what you're supposed to do next? I guess you're just supposed to walk around.
I think I had trouble finding it. But once you know where it is, it's really easy. I think I actually went right past it and down to Figaro Cave.
I don't think they don't let you through until you find Figaro.
Yeah, they don't. There's a guard in front of them who doesn't go away until there's a cutscene.
It's not as bad as this one ROM hack I played. Where this incessant man keeps showing up and having to tie his shoes in front of very important locations.
I prefer it over Tales of Symphonia, where... Have you ever played it?
Yeah.
Well, at one point, early on in the game, if you get lost, you end up doing a bunch of the early bosses in the reverse order. So you start off with the hardest boss, who's pretty hard even at the right level, but you're at like 20 levels lower, and I just wiped and I gave up. I didn't pick it up again until like a year later. So annoying.
Hey guys, check it out. It's Edgar.
This guy is giving us the finger.
I was...
buddy.
And then they start looking each other over. Very odd and...
This guy...
Might I mention again that Terra is 16?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he flirts with like the minor. What's her name?
The 10-year-old.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he flirts with her.
Freaking pedo. He is the primeval pedo bear before pedo bear was pedo bear.
Now, Terra. There is no shame in lesbianism.
You know, when you think about it, never mind.
Oh, quick note, sorry. From this guy, just buy the Noise Blaster and the Bio Blaster, because you just received an auto crossbow for no reason. It just appears in your inventory at this point, so don't bother buying it. Totally pointless. Don't know why they put it in there.
Magic!
With a magician.
Yes, and that's why it just showed up when you went in control!
Well, can I do this with everything else? I picked up 4 Phoenix Downs. I have no idea if I'm gonna need them.
Who cares?
But,
Okay.
Phoenix Downs, always useful. You can heal up here, but there's no point.
Unless you actually got hurt on the way over.
Well, even then, I'm pretty sure you have to spend the night here anyway.
True.
This woman was called Matron, but now she's called High Priestess. I sort of prefer Matron.
There are some things here that I preferred. Oh hey look! It's the other half of our slash pairing.
Who's... Ugh.
Don't act like that!
God. This guy's...
Oh, what's wrong with him? Don't you love his 8-bit muscles? Oh my god.
Is this 16-bit or 32-bit? I always get confused.
I think it's a 16-bit actually. It was my mistake. twin brother.
A lot of people like Sabin. Generally, the people who like Sabin are sort of the opposite of him in real life. I wonder what he's doing now and where. I'm sure we'll never find out. I bet that's that plot thread over. That was fun. We should probably forget about it. Oh, I should warn you, this entire episode is plot.
Woo! Plot! Exposition!
Sweet. It took me ages to figure out I was supposed to talk to her and then go into the throne room.
You have to talk
I
to
just
her.
left the throne room. Why do I have to go back? I do quite like the artwork in the castle.
It's quite fancy.
Oh, this is Kefka's theme.
Oh,
I love this scene.
Specific way of narrating Kafka. Edgar, you pinhead! Why do you have to live out in the middle of a desert? We can't jump out of the pits. There's sand on my boots!
See, this is one of the reasons I like Final Fantasy VI. It's because it's the most expressive of the 2D Final Fantasies.
Oh, I've never seen that sprite.
This guy has a portrait in his character box. He must be important.
That's the one problem about character portraits. You always find out who's important before they...
Yeah, and also naming screens. That's a big hit.
Okay, that one. That's the only time they do that.
Oh yeah, I re-equip Edgar.
He's a character that can use the spear that we stole from Mog earlier.
You can use a spear, but you probably won't be for quite a while. You need to talk to both the soldiers before you can talk to Kefka and continue. So he's called a court mage in this one. I've forgotten what he's called in the original translation.
Demented clown.
He is basically a clown.
Oh god.
He's a pretty tough boss, as I recall. Not super tough.
With that smile. Oh god. That's not.
Well, I'm sure that's the last we've seen of him.
Yes, I'm sure that wasn't any more foreshadowing.
Well hidden. They'll never think of opening the door.
Of course
and
not.
they didn't. That was the great thing. They just walked away.
Well, of course. Edgar is a very honest man. He wouldn't lie to the Empire who is, trouncing about, knocking over kingdoms left and right.
Yeah, that would just be rude.
I actually, in my first playthrough, I didn't know what to do because I lost.
I got lost here. How could I get lost here? But I did it.
This time.
I think I walked out into the desert because that's actually quite easy to do by mistake. Locke actually has probably the most developed backstory of any of the characters.
Yes.
Sellers probably gets the most development during the actual story.
When I play through, I never change her name. I just add the T on the end.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually.
So that's the whole thing about the two, Celeste and Terra. Since Terra's original name is Tina, so it's supposed to be like Celestina, and it's like, oh, so fancy.
Oh, okay. That sort of makes sense.
But, the original translator was just like, Tina is kind of a mundane name, so they changed it to Terra for no apparent reason.
Well, I don't know, because there is like this whole
Conspiracy.
metaphor about the planet and magic and terror and stuff.
I think the original thought was that he named it after a billboard outside his office window.
Oh, okay. Or maybe he did.
It's quite depressing. Hey, look! Hey, look! The castle's on fire.
How did you not notice?
Let's act as effectively as possible.
Good job, Figaro guards. Good job.
Very enjoying the barbecue.
Yeah, I don't think you actually have to talk to these guys, but I did. Oh, I think we're out of time. Okay, well, see you next episode then.
Goodbye.